my little boo thing. So I don't give a hoot what you do, say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know.
Introducing Choriza May.
My pussy is like a peach. My pussy is like a peach. Outside is fluffy, inside is juicy. My pussy is like a peach. My pussy is like a peach. My pussy is like a peach. Outside is fluffy, inside is juicy. My pussy is like a peach.
Melena, I'm the princess bitch, but you better call me queen. All this bitch you use, baby, I'm gonna make you drink. I'm horny and thorny, the Spanish supreme. I got a lot of ass and you want a lot of feet. My accent is thick, much more is my league. Shonari, bitch, I will ready you to filth. My chorizo is so spicy, but my pussy is so sweet. I'm the fucking revolution, cause I bring you everything. The devil had an apple, but if you're a sinner too, come and taste my paradise. I bring my forbidden fruit. The devil had an apple, you're not Adam, you're not Eve. Come and taste my paradise. Baby, it's all about my peach. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
My pussy is like a peach. My pussy is like a peach. Outside is fluffy, inside is juicy. My pussy is like a peach.
Hello everyone, it's Choriza May from Rupauls Drag Race UK Season 3 and UK versus the World Season 2. How are we doing? I'm just here because Dartsman has asked me to cover for him. He's booked this cameo because he's away and he needs me to cover on his YouTube channel apparently. So here I am. I'm on my week off. I wasn't gonna film this, but I kind of felt I didn't want to leave Dartsman hanging, so here I am out of drag. I just arrived from LA yesterday, and I'm in Newcastle now. I'm back in the tune, but I'm here for Dartsman's Key Secret Life, and I'm delighted to be covering on this episode where I'm gonna be talking about a few things Drag Race UK Season 3 while he is having a few days of very well deserved rest. What could I talk about UK? Dartsman has asked me to talk about my memories of Drag Race UK Season 3 and I don't remember much. I remember, I'm gonna divide it on 3 sections. I'm gonna divide it on preparing for the show, first impressions, and final impressions. Preparing for the show was crazy because it was during COVID and it was during a lockdown and it was a lot happening and we couldn't do fittings, we couldn't travel to the shops to buy materials. Brexit was still quite fresh and I was getting loads of things made from Spain. So it was difficult to be locked in the house with all these crazy costumes. And God, I had the help of my friend Risque, who was and still is my neighbor. And we had created this bubble where, because she lived by herself, she could come and visit me and my boyfriend, who had recently just left to live in Spain. So I was also by myself. So Risque was very helpful in helping me sew things, and when the costumes would arrive, she would like retouch them. So it was quite nice. It was quite nice like that. And I remember one outfit specifically didn't arrive in time because of Brexit and because COVID. Everything was being held in customs for weeks. And I warned this French designer who I had loved his collections and his runways. I bought a look from him. Well, I haven't paid for it yet, thankfully. that I had seen on his runway, and it was for the category of my favorite things on episode 1, which the theme was my art, and this guy did some jackets and some outfits that resembled my illustration style a lot. I was like, ooh, it'd be really cool. And he kept telling me he couldn't send the parcel. I was like, mate, it's gonna get to a point where it's not gonna arrive. And sure enough, he didn't reply for me for a week, so I had to find a backup. And Opium, another Newcastle queen, had made me a suit for a challenge. And I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna have to hand paint this. So I went on Amazon, bought a hell of a lot of acrylic paints, and I had to paint the whole suit in like 3 days. I remember the night before going, I was still painting, and with a hairdryer drying it, everything, because it had to go in a suitcase and it couldn't be wet, because otherwise it would stain the rest of the costume. So it was very stressful. But although I was safe on episode 1, that episode and that look was very successful. It got top 2 of the week on Fashion Photo Review with Bimini and Raven, and I'd say it's one of the most iconic things that I wore. So preparing was stressful. They held on customs 2 suitcases as well, which arrived 2 days before the show. But with the help of, again, Risque and Opium, we were able to fit everything properly. And then first impressions, when I got there, I was quite scared because I didn't know anyone personally. I had heard of Charity case. Victoria and I followed each other, but I didn't know any of the other queens. I knew Veronica Green, obviously, but she didn't know me, so I felt I was quite alone. Also, being the only one actually living up north, it felt quite isolating. But I must say, after episode 1, I found my people in Ella, Vanity and River to start with, and then Electra and I connected on the show, but not to that crazy level that we are connected now. So that was fun. I think I connected with Vanity a lot, because in episode 1 we had a very nice conversation about feeling lonely and being with our partners for so long and not always having them by our side. And then on episode 2 we were together on the same team on the Dragoton. So it kind of like we really bonded very early, and I did feel she had my back. And then final impressions. Well, I was eliminated with River, wasn't I? And that was very scary. I thought my career was going to be over. In that very point, I was like, oh no, it's a double elimination. It's the first one in the UK. How embarrassing! I just felt very embarrassed. It was quite scary, if I'm honest. But little did I know that was going to be the biggest gift that Drag Race ever gave me. I think Drag Race these days is very much about having a memorable journey, and mine sure was. So crazy. And then I released, little did I know, I was always going to release My Pussy's Like a Bitch, because if you're from Newcastle, you've heard me sing it before Drag Race. Little did I know it was going to be the look that I was going to be eliminated with. So I just kind of felt that the planets aligned. I was eliminated in an episode where people thought I was robbed. It was the peach look, and I was releasing that song, so everything just exploded on that episode, and it just made it like a very memorable moment, and I'm very, very, very grateful. Then Dartsman also wants to talk briefly about my win, Drag Idol 2019. Well, that's how I started doing drag. If you ever wonder, oh, I wish I could see my favorite Ru girls perform the first ever performance. Well, you can see mine. It's on YouTube. 2018 I decided to enter Drag Idol 2018 because I saw Sunday, formerly known as Ill Health, enter, and I was like, ooh, I've always been a fan of drag, and like any homosexual things, we can do everything. I was like, I could do this, let's do it. So I prepared quite a lot for the competition. I did not expect to win. I expected to potentially do well, because I thought I had good ideas. I watched every Drag Idol there was on YouTube, listened to all the critiques, applied them to my numbers, and I think that's what really got me the crown, is all the research that I did and all the hard work that I put. There's no really mystery to it. It was quite an experience. I went from not having that many friends in Newcastle, having lots of friends but not close friends, but to meet what would be my drag family for many years, and meet Risque, who's been my closest friend here in Newcastle since I arrived, if I'm honest. So it was quite wonderful. I always say that the best thing that I got from Drag Idol wasn't the crown, it was the family that I formed and the community that I was introduced to. And that, if you've heard any interview from me, they ask me how Choriza started, I always mention Drag Idol, and I will be forever grateful for that. Of course.
And our winner of Drag Idol 2019 goes to Choriza May!
But that being said, sadly I don't get to be up north as much as I'd like to, since Drag Race I've been quite busy. However, this Saturday, 4th of August, I'm going to be at Sapphire's Middlesbrough with who was my mentor in Drag Idol, Penny T. She's booked me to be performing there with her, and I really couldn't be more excited. There's tickets available. I'm sure Dartsmans will link you up everywhere. I'm truly excited and honored to be able to share stage with Penny. She's been such an important figure on the pillars that I started Choriza May in. She taught me the respect for the profession. She taught me to be professional. She taught me to be a good person with everyone that you encounter, and I think I followed that to the T, and that's what got me where I am. Shout out to, obviously, Bobby's Newcastle, who lately have been the ones who have given me the opportunities to reconnect with the Newcastle audience. There's obviously a lot more opportunities for drag up here now, but for a year and a half, almost 2 years, I'd say I've been performing pretty much everywhere but Newcastle. And that's never down to the Queens, by the way. I would be performing here every week, but people do need to book us, and Bobby's Newcastle and Sunderland really have given me that opportunity to bring back my drag here and perform very close to my house, which has been great. Anyway, just want to end this episode thanking Dartsman for having me, and of course they'll return on the next episode. Take care. Apologies for not being in drag. Sometimes, well, Dartsman no, sometimes we need to take a break, but I couldn't say no to such a lovely way to chat to all of you and everyone who followed Dartsman. So thank you so much. Shall go now around Heaton and buy all the ingredients for dinner. Mwah. Love you all, and I'll see you soon.
My pussy is like a beach. My pussy is like a beach. Outside is fluffy, inside is juicy. My pussy is like a beach. My pussy is like a beach.